All right, folks, you're not going to believe this. We've got two cricket insiders who are totally spilling the tea on the grueling Ashes tour. They're pulling back the curtain on what's really going on behind those media headlines. And get this, they're debunking myths about team culture right before cricket legend Kevin Pietersen jumps in with his strongly unfiltered verdict on why England really lost. This is epic. So, what is it really like facing media criticism after a tough tour? You're about to find out. A player exposes the bizarre experience of catching negative headlines about his teammates while he's literally sitting right next to them on the flight home. Talk about awkward.
When you fall out of the setup and the environment, you actually find certain things funny that when you're in the environment would really do your head in. So on the flight home on the screen, they have the BBC Sport like headlines like keep popping up, whether it be, Man United lose here and Jonathan Agnew had done a column where it was like, whoever is responsible, not quote, 'cause it's not word for word, but whoever is responsible for organising this tour must lose their job. And Rob Key's just on the plane, probably just trying to enjoy a bit of, I don't know, Saving Private Ryan. And these headlines keep flicking over. And then Brookie had been caught in this sort of silly sort of story on the final day of the series. And it was like, Brooke, the face of boozeball. And poor lad's just trying to get home safely with his missus and have a week at home. So, yeah.
Glad you found it funny.
Nice finish to the trip. I know England lost, but I actually find that sort of thing funny now. Like you can smile at it, but when you're in the team environment, it just keeps pounding you and like hammering you down, doesn't it?
Imagine this, people. 4 months away, and then bam, 1 week at home before hitting the road again? The hosts are breaking it down. The brutal reality of modern cricket's never-ending schedule and the serious risk of player burnout. It's a roller coaster.
Which was quite excellent, actually, to be fair to it. He said he left 2nd of October and was on the same flight as me, whatever that was, 10th of January. Gets a week at home, goes to Sri Lanka for the ODIs. But then, so he's not IPL or I don't think he's T20 World Cup, but the guys who are, so Duckett, then goes T20 World Cup, if they make the final of that, maybe straight to IPL, get back end of May, and then the first test is 4th of June. I mean, bear in mind, this isn't me saying, making excuses or, because when you're on that treadmill, it's amazing. You just keep going and you live in the dream, traveling the world. But actually, when you step out of the environment, you're like, whoa, that is a proper amount of time away from home at cricket grounds and training and netting. And you can see that if you lose a bit of form, you can look in the bush a bit.
All right, so is the England cricket team fueled by a drinking culture? One insider is here to set the record straight. They're explaining why curfews just don't cut it and revealing what a truly strong team culture looks like. This is game-changing.
I think they'd just be saying, look, lads, look after each other a bit. Let's get tighter and get each other out of trouble when you find yourself in those situations, because you need the release. I'm sorry, like as an international player, you need some sort of release. I'm not saying it's have a few beers, whatever your release is, but if you don't have that mental switch off, I know you say footballers don't, whatever, but cricketers are away 6 months of the year in hotels. It drives you mad if you don't do anything. So I think cultural wise, England have got it. They're good. There isn't a drinking culture. I hang my hat on that, if I'm honest, knowing the boys as well as I do.
Hold on to your hats, because cricket legend Kevin Pietersen is going all in on his Ashes loss analysis. He's claiming that no amount of practice or perfect behavior could have flipped the outcome. And the reason? It's brutally simple and seriously eye-opening.
Basically said that if they'd gone to bed at 7 o'clock every night, if they'd had 17,000 practice games before the tour, and they'd all stayed 100% fit, they wouldn't have beaten Australia, because I just don't think the players are good enough. And I know that some players will not like me for it, but I've also been on tours. I've been on a few tours with England where we've gone to places and some of us have been good enough some players have just not been good enough at that time to be able to win on a tour. You do go to some countries and you do go on some tours where you're just not going to win. And so that's sort of my
From intense media scrutiny and grueling schedules to hot debates on team culture, the life of a modern international cricketer is a wild balancing act. It's the ultimate blend of on-field performance and off-field perception. And let me tell you, it's not for the faint-hearted.